Textbook is also right.
So there might be fewer students today क्योंकि 4 of those communicative ones are not there. ये अगर खाली रह रहा है ना तो ये बेंच वाले इधर आ जाए.
उनके पास किसी का टेक्स्टबुक ही नहीं.
क्यों नहीं लाया?
कॉलम फाइल लाया ना. हम लाया चल
वो लोग मान है. He also has. But बोला था मैं last week कि literature करेंगे. Chapter volume इसके तुम लोग इधर आ जाओ फर्स्ट बेंच
बुक देखिए.
सब मेरा हो गया. बाहर से बेस्ट
अरे बुक दे.
पढ़ के बोलो. इसके आज को देखो वाली और आज की मैं टीटी जीत है ट्रांसलेट पढ़ जाएंगे कोई बात नहीं बाहर नहीं से दोनों कोर्स नहीं है क्लास में बात करेगा आज की लड़ने वो तो हो जाएगा मेरे को आधार जरूर लगा
और कौन सा मान लो अरे किसका है and then
Nothing.
so you will have to give this to him. One of you all can shift there so 3 can see. Over there? What? One. You both boys?
yes.
How many? One. So one boy goes shift there. पूरा क्या होगा? मेरे पास है. वॉल्यूम ही ला.
First play time.
Chapter text पूरी सारी क्या है? क्या करेगा? हाँ ऐसा करेगा. See behind. Now you may keep bringing your literature. You will do literature. And पहले जिमी बोला था daily every English class bring all the books. बोला था कि नहीं? Only 1% remembers. Open the do it. One of your comments. ये विंडो को मिनिमाइज करके तो ओपन और ये ओपन फ्रेश विंडो.
मैं पहले ही बोला था मैं
इसी 2 दिन में पढ़ गया था.
मैं भाई वो सीरीज में
सर्च मध्ये जाना
Do a Google search on first flight.
CBSE और ये 12 तारीख मतलब वो आरसीबी का भी वो लास्ट मैच ये तो जीता है तो मेरा रन रेट
फोटो क्लिक करें
You need to download it.
डाउनलोड है
Download it. See there
Ten
is.
minutes, 10 minutes.
Huh?
I can see it.
But you are not getting what those please know if you download it. This one.
So it okay.
अभी ये तीन रहेगा सब। Leave this vacant place, खाली रहने दो। अरे देखे ना इसे। Okay, चलो। Now today you people haven't got the textbook. Next class onwards, bring your literature, grammar, everything. Okay? Reading that intro part, which is up. They say faith can move mountains. Yes. Hello, shall we start? So they say faith can move mountains. What should we put our faith in? This is the question that this story delicately poses. Lencho is a farmer who writes a letter to God when his crops
ये वाला जब मेरे को ठंडी लगे तभी बंद कर।
अभी तो पीछे बैठ जाएगा।
पीछे बहुत ज्यादा है। फर्स्ट में खाली है ना तो तू इधर भी बैठ सकता है।
चालू अभी। Lencho is a farmer who writes to God when his crops are growing, asking for 100 pesos. Does Lencho's letter reach God?
No.
Does God send him the money?
No.
Think what your answers to these questions would be and guess how the story continues before you begin to read it. So you people already must be knowing about the story. हो गई स्कूल में कर दिया. Now scroll to the house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. Crest is the top of the hill. From this height, one could see the river and the fields of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. Throughout the morning, Lencho, who knew his fields intimately means very closely. Hmm? तो दोनों क्या कर रहे हैं? Seeing into the book. Who knew his fields very intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Why northeast? Because southwest say rain आएगा. So he was looking towards the northeast, opposite. Now we are really going to get some water woman. Whom is he talking to? His wife. The woman who was preparing supper replied. Supper means dinner. Replied, yes, God will. Yes, God willing. The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them, come for dinner. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, these aren't raindrops falling from the sky. They are new coins. Why did he feel that they were representing new coins?
Good harvest.
Yes,
Good
because it would
harvest
be,
means good money.
yes, good harvest means good money. So they represented new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5s. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. Draped is covered. Okay? Anything like if your mother wears a sari, that's called draping. She's wrapping it around herself. So draping, so it looked like as if it was covered with what? Curtain of rain. Draped in a curtain of rain. But suddenly what happened? Yes. A strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. What's the difference between hailstone and snow? Hailstones are rocks, like देखा है तुम लोग ने? हाँ, hard ice जैसा रहता है. So that destroys the crop. So hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. Now these here silver coins we are talking about, physically the look of it was like a silver coin. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. अच्छा अब देखो यहाँ पे how they have given, first they are saying hailstones representing silver coins, then they are saying collecting the frozen pearls. They are not repeating the same word. So that's how you should also be writing in your answers. Avoid writing the same word again and again. Use synonyms. Okay. So did the children realize the implications of the hailstorm? No. They were enjoying and collecting those the ice. It's really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. I hope it passes quickly. It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white, as if covered with sawn. Not a leaf remained on the trees. So everything was destroyed completely. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, a plague of locusts would have left more than this. So what are locusts? Locusts are, yes, those insects, huh? Are like grasshopper, but they are black and brown. They destroy crops. Okay, understand that. So he is saying that even a plague is a collective noun, a group of locusts. So he is saying that even a group or a plague of locusts would have left more than this. Means the hailstorm has destroyed our crops so much, so badly. Completely, it's not left anything. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. That night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing means all our work gone in vain. So gone waste. There's no one who can help us. We'll all go hungry this year. But in the hearts of all those who lived in that solitary house, solitary means lone house. In that valley where he lived, there was no other house except for lynchings. So solitary. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope. What was that hope? Help from God. Don't be so upset, even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. So no one dies of hunger. There is always one entity that we can put our trust in, and that entity is God. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lencho thought only of this one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. What does this mean? Means what? What is deep in your conscience? Means deep in your conscience means even you may not. Means even you may not be. Yes, deep in the heart's core, but it may be things that even you are not aware of. You know that concept, that psychology concept where they say that our mind iceberg क्या हम लोग ऊपर से छोटा दिखता लेकिन नीचे मेजर पार्ट ऊपर 20% रहता है नीचे 80% रहता है ऊपर वाला हमें दिखता है नीचे वाला तो नीचे that is our subconscious. What you can see on the surface, that is our conscious mind that we know, that we are aware of. And major part of it below is our subconscious that even we don't know about ourselves. Okay, so here he is saying that God knows even what is deep in one's conscience. So in the sense कि हम लोग को खुद को भी पता नहीं होगा, but God knows. God knows that. Lencho was an ox of a man working like an animal in the fields. Ox of a man means very hard working, like how bullocks work hard in the fields. But still, he knew how to write. तो थोड़ा बहुत वो literate था in terms of knowing how to read and write. The following Sunday at daybreak मतलब morning, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. Now what does he write? God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos. in order to sow my feet again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm. So how much money is he asking for? 100 pesos. Why 100 pesos? So that
So is
he can,
vision.
yes, he can again buy seeds and he can sow the seeds and have another harvest for the coming year. Now see the way he is writing. I need 100 pesos. Whom do you tell that I need something?
Parents.
Parents. And you tell your parents I need because you expect it from them. You know that they are the ones who are going to give it to you. Right? If we have to ask God, will we say, God, I need this? Even if we say I need it, we'll say I need it. Please, agar de doge to acha rahega. Right? Because we are not sure of whether we get it or not. But Lencho's faith was so strong that he believed that he would get it. That's why, with that kind of mindset, he asked for it, saying that he needed those 100 pesos. He wrote to God on the envelope. What is the address? Nobody knows. Huh? वही क्या ही लिख सकता है. So he just wrote to God on the envelope. Put the letter inside and still troubled went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. Right? He is getting an envelope with, he's supposed to deliver the letter. तो कहाँ पे deliver करने वाली है? Address क्या है? So he found it very hilarious. The postmaster, a fat, amiable is friendly and pleasant. Amiable fellow also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk commented, "What fate! I wish I had the fate of the man who wrote this letter." Starting up a correspondence with God. Correspondence means a communication with God. So, in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea. What was the idea? Answer the letter. But when he opened it, it was evident. Evident means it was clear that to answer it is needed something more than goodwill, ink, and paper. What did he need? Money. He just didn't need goodwill, ink, and paper, but he needed to reply with money because that letter was asking for money, so he has to reply with giving money. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave a part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. What is the meaning of obliged to give something for an act of charity? Yeah?
Ready.
Ready नहीं? Means it's like you're.
They could not say no to act of charity.
हाँ कर्तव्य. Yeah, you can't say no. It's like your duty. Right? It becomes your duty to give because some people are collecting money for a good cause, so फिर you become obliged to do it. ऐसा. So the others also gave it. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. How many pesos had he sent? 70. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho and with it a letter containing only a single word as signature. What was that word? God. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. So see, this also shows that he actually expected a reply from God. That's why he comes earlier asking for a letter. So he felt that God would have replied. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. What does this mean, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed? वो उसको वैसा फीलिंग आ रहा था कि मैंने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, ग्रोथ किया है. Ultimately, what happens? You all also know. So, Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence. Why he is not surprised? He gets the 70 pesos, so he should have been happy, no? But he is not at all surprised. Why is he not surprised? He had strong faith and he had expected it anyway. Right? You need money, you tell your parents कि मेरा पैसा खत्म हो गया है, मुझे 100 rupees दीजिए. When your parents give you 100 rupees, are you going to be overexcited? Oh wow, you gave me 100 rupees. ऐसा होगा? No, ठीक है, you'll be happy, you'll say thank you, but it's something that you would be expecting, you know, probably 100 के बदले को 500 दे देते तुमको. Okay, so such was his faith in God. Not such was his confidence. But he became angry when he counted the money. Okay, like you ask your parents for 100 rupees and you get 10 rupees. So what are you going to? See, like you're going to be angry with them. So, God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. On the public writing table, he started to write, with much wrinkling of his brow caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. Wrinkling of his brow means ये ऐसा करते हैं then we are worried क्या हो रहा है, we are upset about something, so that's the wrinkling of the brow. So now he was upset, no? And he was trying to put it down on paper that God ये उसने क्या किया, मेरे को freedom of पैसा क्यों नहीं दिया, ये क्या बड़बड़
इसके बारे में बात करते हैं.
So expresses identity. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he lit and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. What does this mean? What did he do? हाँ, उसको चिपकाया. So what he did, he stuck it. You get those postage stamps, which are not used nowadays. Because nowadays we generally courier or we send an email or a message, right? But it's okay. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Wake up. So you get those postage stamps which have some dried glue like behind it. तो उसको थोड़ा moist करो और directly stick करो, तो you don't need Fevicol or glue. वो self adhesive type. Like you get some envelopes also which are like that, no? उसके side में glue रहता है. You know what? Envelopes also are not used much these days, but वैसे टाइप यूज करते हैं. In offices and all it's used, but general public don't use it much.
शादी में देने के लिए.
हाँ, birthday या शादी में देने के लिए. So anyway, so those are those self-adhesive ones. So here we are saying he licked it with his tongue and then he affixed it with a blow of his fist is this. So he stuck it to the envelope with a blow of his fist. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I had asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. So what is he doing now? Complaining to God. Yeah. Send me the rest. So I got only 70 pesos, send me the rest. Since I need it very much. But don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. So the poor guys who had given him the money themselves became crooks in his eyes. Next story. चलो इसका भी एक आंसर लिखो. Remove your notebook. Story everyone has understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Write down the heading.
भाई स्लो करना भाई आके. नहीं भाई थोड़ी देर 10 मिनट में कर दो.
So much better now. The fan makes so much noise also.
क्या
तुम लोग का नॉइज इतना है तो फिर फैन की क्या जरूरत?
हम वहाँ से
सुबह
तुम लोग ही बातें करते रहते हो.
काम पंखे की आवाज
नीचे बढ़ गया.
क्या बोल रहे हो? वो तुम्हारी आवाज नहीं सुनगी क्या?
तो इतना आवाज लग रहा है.
Write down. The postmaster.
क्वेश्चन है.
Question. The postmaster represents the people who still believe in helping others. The postmaster represents the people who still believe in helping others. Full stop. तुम लोग दूर बैठो अभी. टेक्स्ट बुक की जरूरत नहीं है अभी. इधर बैठ. तेरा मुंह कभी बंद नहीं हो सकता है. इधर बैठ. बैग इन द सेंटर. बैग इन द सेंटर. तू कोने में आ. इधर इधर आ. इधर
गिर जाऊंगा.
गिरेगा नहीं. So helping others, full stop. Mention those values of the postmaster. Mention those values of the postmaster. वापस उधर चिपक गया ना जाके.
लिखते लिखते चलेगा. पता नहीं चला.
Which you would like to emulate. Mention those values of the postmaster which you would like to emulate. EMULATE. Meaning of emulate? To copy. Write it in about 100 to 120 words. Write it in about 100 to 120 words. Second answer question 2 I'm giving. Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? How did the same rain change the face of Lencho's field? Change the face of Lencho's field. This also in 100 to 150 words. 100 to 120 words. Done. Both answers 100 to 120. First one is value based and the second one is with respect to the score. Design. Susan. How much you wrote? One. Two. Finished?
Yes.
No.
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 Hmm?
80 to 100 100 to
100 to 120.
क्या क्या पूछ सकते हैं
At the end of your answers, write the number of words in brackets. देखो end में कितने words हैं?
अगर पता हो 100 से ऊपर है तो लिखने की जरूरत है।
How much? See, 100 से ऊपर also means it is 100 to 120. So it shouldn't, in maximum it can go up to is 125, 130. Not beyond that.
Less than 194.
अरे 19 चलेगा ना।
मैम 103
हाँ 103 okay. See कैसे रहता है? You cannot write lesser. You can write more. थोड़ा 10 12 इधर आगे होएगा तो 92 is less.
101 words.
If you write less, your marks are cut.
8 letter और could be मैम
वो अंदाजा हो जाता है. So गिनेगा या नहीं गिनेगा you can use it.
मैम 99 चलेगा क्या?
मैम ये देखो इसको 99 है
99. You should write little more.
ओले
100 to 120 है तो aim between 110 to 130 उस बीच में.
मैम 10 perfect.
मतलब थोड़ा कम ही लिख रहे हो तुम लोग.
अरे मैम क्वेश्चन ही ऐसा है और चाहिए
ऐसे कुछ नहीं लिख सकते. Depending on the question, you can frame the length of your answers. One. Thirty-one, 32.
मैम ये 92 है मैम 92 तो परफेक्ट
92 कब सीखा?
इधर 92
Exact 100 words. Oh, century. मैं भी
last sing the century
and लिख दूं मैं भी.
फुल स्टॉप डॉट की जगह फुल स्टॉप
हाँ 101 है. अच्छा किया.
100 to 120 means between 110 to maximum 130 will be your ideal.
हाँ चलेगा.
थोड़ा lower side है चलेगा, but it can vary. How much more? More also 130 तक है तो ठीक है, don't exceed beyond that. अभी जो लिख दिया वो लिख दिया है, leave it.
कोई भी 3 वर्ड
Now it's okay. अभी जो लिखा वो लिखा, next month onwards.
वो 100 से कम है सुना था
First one.
सेकंड he mentioned that small drop I said are taken
We describe rain as money because rain can give you a good harvest. But this rain was qualified like ice are called it. It completely destroyed the field. He also said locusts will also not do much this damage as the rain did. This is the reason it changed the face of next to its field.
कितने words हो गए?
वर्ड 100 से कम है.
This last sentence क्या लिखा है?
This locust he also said that locusts can also not do this much damage as it did. This is the reason it changed place of length to speed.
And what was the main question asked? In what way did it? Did the tail of
Why raindrops new points? How
इसमें
changes?
ये लंबा आंसर है ना. So here is this case, your answer, this part of the answer is good. अभी थोड़ा जो answer रहना चाहिए था, that should have been the beginning part. That he was eagerly waiting for the rain for so that he could reap a rich harvest, he could fall and तो उसमें तेरा 110 आराम से उसमें हो जाना. Now you are इसमें ऐड करना है.
नीचे मतलब पहले ये पढ़ोगे फिर ये वाला.
इसमें फिर ऐसे ही फिर ऐड करना है. He was heartbroken since he was eagerly waiting for starting from the finish.
No. वही तो सबको.
I know, and first he reads in Marathi, then he reads in English. After 29, then 30, 31 starts in English. Before that it's Marathi.
मैं तो 20 तक ही बोलता हूँ.
Yeah.
I get confused with Hindi.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the cab and rickshaw walas they say Marathi when I can't understand. अच्छा so क्या उसका मतलब then I like translate it to English what I think. क्या बोले? What you said? What did he say? क्या बोला वो? नहीं बोला कुछ तो बोला है लोग. What you said? No, I don't understand. I get confused. 58 and 57 and 99 क्या बोलेगा? क्या बोले? 58 is 58. Because it's ulta, no. 58 like 50.
Yes ma'am. 85 बोलता हूँ.
108 बोले क्या? 2 बोले क्या? 58 क्या होगा?
81.
अरे
यार तेरे को नहीं समझाया.
उल्टा किया तो 108 था तो 18 हो जाएगा.
What is 57? 57. So 70 क्या? 57. So 70 comes first, no? That's why it gets confusing. 57 how English is 5 पहले आता है 5 पहले बोलते हैं.
तो 17 बोल दिया तो 17 हो जाएगा.
1 also why it is 5.
हाँ कुछ वाला की कुछ उसको 100 रुपीस देने का चिप लाएगा उसको मीटर लगा देता है.
No, nowadays who goes by the meter?
सब लोग
जानेगा. अब आपको मत बोलना. हमेशा 10-20 रुपए ज्यादा ही लेंगे.
बोलने का मीटर हमने
हमारे यहाँ फाइंडर दे दो टूवर्ड्स मतलब मीटर
2011 में बोलने का मीटर यहाँ से उधर की टाइप वाले पर अगर मीटर बंद होगा ना तो 60
मैं रेलवे स्टेशन बस स्टॉप पे
now what I do is usually catch an Ola from wherever I'm going from my house to that place. Ola, Uber, rickshaw, whatever. Rickshaw or cab, whatever. Depends. अगर rainy season होगा तो I go by cabs mostly. या गर्मी है तो I go by cab. Otherwise it's rickshaw. But very often कुछ और क्या बोला?
ठंडी में रिक्शा.
Huh? It depends now mood पे क्या and you know sometimes even Ola Uber में there's not a big difference in the fare also between rickshaw and cab. It depends. See now when I'm taking तो वहाँ तो I pay by the this no online.
गूगल पे
Google Pay. But then उसमें भी if he says something like 57, 58, 55 and whatnot, then I have to
इंग्लिश में बोलो पैसा नहीं
then I ask.
then this is 75
क्या है
So थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है because Satya Ishi means your 7 is coming first year.
क्या
Satya Ishi.
सत्या इसी होता है वो 87
coming first. It should come later.
अरे तो मैम अभी आपको पता चल
इसमें कोड में
अभी पता चला ना कि उल्टा
सोचना पड़ता है. Whereas if it's 87, it comes more
मैं तो
natural.
उसको ऐसे बोलता हूँ कि 85 अगर होगा ना तो 8 और 5
आठ और पाँच
तो सामने वाले को पता है इसको नहीं पता तो फिर वो खुद से बोलता है 8 और 5
Sometimes phone number one guy came to one. You know,
they
for
say
some time.
2 digits 3 digits
हाँ. समझता ही नहीं.
अरे 2 12 14 7 7 ऐसे वो बोलिए
हाँ वैसे ही.
हम लोग को नहीं
2 3
98
हाँ बोलते हैं
अरे चलो आंसर डन.
दोनों 100%.
Okay, you read first answer. I'll tell each one to read any one answer. Huh? No ma'am, what? Read. Read whatever you've written. Read. Maybe someone has written even words. अरे
मैं पढ़ लेता
कुछ
हूँ.
तो लिखा ना. तो उसको दे पढ़ना. अच्छा सेकंड वाला पढ़ फिर. लिखा ही नहीं. तो रीड तो फर्स्ट वन है नो. क्या लिखा? चल you read second.
Lend your desire for question also. Lend your desire for rain for its corn field to grow better and earn him money. Thus the rain drops falling on his field. After that, same new coins to him, and because of it, he was going to earn more and more money. Because more the quality of good crop, more will be the earning. But after some time of continuous rainfall, the rain turned into hailstorms with much greater force. This at starting made him happy at the profit, but the continuous falling of the hailstorms, rather than profiting, started to destroy the crops, and within no time, it destroyed the entire field. And then nature got totally upset and thought that the plague of locusts must have at least kept something, but the would have at least kept something, but the hailstorms left nothing. Thus it is said that the rain changed the face of men.
Good. Next, first answer. Okay, what you both? First, comments and commentators. The postmaster represents people who still believe in the helping others. I wish that there should be more people like postmaster who are having helping nature. The postmaster contributed his money from his salary without caring of his monthly saving. He also asked money for his friends and other post friends and other post officers as act of charity. Nowadays, our own family relatives are not interested in helping. It is human nature to help others in their bad time. People like Postmaster are a great person. What great person last?
people like Kushwaga are needed for this humanity.
Okay. Good. Actually, that's a fact. Nobody helps each other, forget relative. Yeah? You read second.
Ledger's field was sowed with seeds and plugged properly. Now his field only needed water for a good harvest. A good harvest would mean getting good amount of money from his harvested crop. The rain was needed by the crop to receive water. Instead of a rain, a heavy hailstorm took place and destroyed his field completely. But he did not feel bad as his faith in God was strong and had it and thought it was not. It was the locust who would destroy his field at his as it would have not made the situation this worse.
ये क्या नाच हो गया लेकिन लोकस का कुछ गड़बड़ी की है।
अरे
मैं वो लास्ट में ऐड करना स्लैब
हाँ इसके लिए okay read which first हाँ
The postmaster in the story is shown a really amiable and that can get serious in moments that require as shown
as shown the post
he also started out.
read again वो amiable का part
The postmaster in the story is shown a really amiable
shown
as really amiable and can get serious in moments that require. As shown, he also started out laughing with his employees, but quickly stopped when he realized the magnitude of the situation. After which he then decided to help Lencho by giving him money as a token of goodwill. He also collected as much money as possible to give it to the man for not losing his faith in God.
ये कितने वही
98.
need to do. You would be you expressed well. I like that word also magnitude and all that. But थोड़ा और लिखना चाहिए.
Second वाला हो गया
नहीं सब second.
Lencho was a peasant and life of peasant is very hard. Unlike any other farmer, he was also eagerly waiting for rain. His heart was broken because rain was late, which would not give him a good harvest early. He also mentioned that small drops are 5 cents and big ones are 10. Means he describes rain as money because rain can give him a good harvest. But this rain was solidified like ice, which are called hills. It completely destroyed the
Which
field.
is called hill.
It completely destroyed the field. He also said locusts would also not do as much damage as hail did. This is the reason it changed face of Lencho's field.
कितने वर्ड हो गए?
104.
First.
The postmaster represents the people who still believe in helping others. The postmaster is an amiable, kind-hearted person. He earlier laughed at Lencho's letter, but soon his expression changed. He was ready to give a part of his salary so that Lencho's faith in God remained. He asked his employees and his friends to give money as an act of charity. He knew that collecting 100 pesos for him was impossible, but he still managed to collect 70 pesos. I would like to emulate kindness, believe in helping others from the postmaster.
Believing in helping others?
Believe in helping others.
Believe in.
In helping others from the postmaster. The postmaster was helping after.
What help?
Was happy.
Was happy?
After that
Read the words clearly. बीच में try Okay, you read. Second.
Lencho who had complete faith in God, wrote the letter to God reminding.
Listen na.
Lencho who had complete faith in God, wrote a letter to God demanding 100 pesos to restore his field, which was destroyed by hailstorm. When the postman saw the address written as to God, he got confused. So he showed the letter to the postmaster. The postmaster, who was an amiable person, read the letter and decided to help Lencho and try not to break his faith in God.
तभी बोलना बात करने को, तभी बात नहीं की, अभी बात करने का, चुपचाप बैठो.
So he collected money from his co-workers, friends, and he himself gave a part of his own salary to help Lencho. This act by postmaster represents people who believe in helping others. Though he only sent Lencho about 70 pesos, he tried his best to help him. Helping others is the value which we can see here. This is the one value which I would like to emulate in myself.
Oh, good. कितने words हुए?
110.
Lencho writes a letter to God asking for 100 pesos to sow his field again. He had unquestioning but strong faith in God. He posted this letter to the post office employee took that letter to the postmaster. The postmaster was a fat and amiable person. Initially, amiable person. Initially, he found the letter to be funny, but then decided to help Lencho. Further, he understood that it will take more than just ink, paper, and goodwill to actually help Lencho. But he stuck to his resolution. He helped Lancho by giving him a sum of 70 pesos. From this story, we can easily identify that the postmaster was a happy and a pleasant man. He was one of those who still believed in helping others. He stuck to his resolution and helped Lancho. Some of the values and qualities of postmaster I would like to emulate. First, being kind and helping others as much as possible. We can see that the postmaster did not ignore the letter but tried his best to help him. Second, being stuck to your resolution. If you
First, second कैसे लिखा है?
Man, point twice लिखा है.
Okay, instead of that you write
Paragraph.
firstly I would like to.
Okay,
Second paragraph.
If you decided to do second, being stuck to your resolution. If you decide to do something, if you have started a journey or even decided to, or even thought of doing something, never look back and never think what would other people think. Third, take contentment of the good deeds you have done.
Good. Very good. How many words?
130.
See, he's written more, isn't he able to express himself better? लिखा करो. अब क्या तुम लोग चूज करोगे क्या? क्यों नहीं सेकंड?
Second पूरा नहीं.
First was how many words?
97.
The postmaster was represented by
1 minute. ये बात
ये पहला पैराग्राफ.
तुम लोग दोनों girls. whom is she talking? You all are doing
The postmaster represents the people who are still believing in each other. So in chapter the letter of God, there are two values mentioned about postmaster. He had complete faith in God. He was a fat, amiable fellow, which also broke out laughing. The postman who also helped at the post office and went to his last update RAKHI and showed him the letter to God. The postmaster also came up with an idea of answer to the letter. He was also ready to give his part of salary. He was kind. Then when he opened it was evident answer. He asked for money from his employees.
What? What? हो गया? What was the ending?
He was kind.
Which answer you read? First का क्या था? First क्या? What I would like to emulate?
बोला ना.
क्या पढ़ा उसके बारे में? Actually, these people didn't let me hear. क्या पढ़ा उसके बारे में? Just that emulate part, tell me. या वापस पढ़ेगा एक बार और. If you guys, girls, be silent.
The postmaster
Read louder.
The postmaster represents the people who are still believing in helping each other. So in chapter the letter to God, there are few values mentioned about postmaster. He had complete faith in God. Was a fat and amiable fellow. Was also broke out laughing. Postman who also helped at the post office. The postman also helped at the post office and went to his last laughing party and showed him the letter to God. The postmaster also came up with an idea to answer the letter. Then when he opened, it was evident answer. He asked for money from his employees. The postmaster sent money to Lencho. He was also ready to give his part of salary. He was
चलो ठीक है. I won't tell you a third time. It is okay. Clarity नहीं लगा मेरे को आंसर. I don't know why. Just give it to me.
हम पढ़े.
No one way. Let me clear this thing which is this number. ये.
What time? 20 minutes. Like 1 घंटे के लिए.
So where have you written what I would like to emulate? वो नहीं है इसमें ना. He represents, he had complete faith, he was this, he was that, he did this, he did that, he helped this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Okay, he was kind. ठीक है. अब इसमें he was like this, even I would like to be like this. These are the qualities of his that I would like to inculcate in myself. वो पार्ट नहीं लिखा है ना. हाँ कितने वर्ड्स है ये? 70 है ना?
वो पहले लिखा है.
हाँ तो जिन्होंने ना और ऐड किया है ना फॉर द लेंथ उनका गड़बड़ हो रहा है.
उनका ही चलता है.
Because the answer framing is going wrong. अब इसमें at least add that last part कि what you would like to emulate. So these are the qualities of kindness and helpful nature. जैसे इसने बोला कोई भी दुनिया में help नहीं करता है मैं help करना चाहूँगा. Add also. Okay. You read second.
Lenko said. Said so because the drops were clear and shiny like new coins. Also new coins, that is raindrops.
Said so से directly answer चालू कर रहा है.
हाँ.
Said so नहीं. Start
क्वेश्चन वापस लिखना पड़ता है.
हाँ हाँ लिखना पड़ता है.
हाँ ठीक है ना एग्जाम में लिखना पड़ा क्यों? Also new coins, that is raindrops, would bring in money in the form of rich harvest. However, the rain changed to hailstones, which continued to fall, and the entire field was white with snow. No leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed, and the flowers were gone from the plants. His entire crop was destroyed, as the hail had left nothing behind. Lento exclaimed the plug of locusts would have left something.
Plague. Plug क्या है?
Have left
हाँ
something
क्या?
at least behind. Now they would not have on the entire year. Okay, 100 words.
This was the second one, no? 100 words.
100 exact.
थोड़ा और
बस ना टीचर से
exact
exactly पढ़ता
100 to 120 तो exact 100
Exact,
लगेगा.
हाँ.
Use which one first?
इतना छोटा
कितने words है?
50 भी मुश्किल से होंगे. पहला वाला इसने लिखना पड़ा वो पढ़ना.
First one is bigger.
हाँ मगर उसमें 4 लाइन तो एक लाइन को 4 बार लिखा. दूसरा पढ़ लो कोई.
कितना टाइम पहले क्या कर रहा था अभी काउंट कर रहा है?
टाइम पास.
किसके साथ?
बुक में शुरू को खेल रहा है.
नहीं तेरे साथ ही नहीं.
नहीं आज भाई अलग दुनिया में आए.
तुम लोग क्या लाइव मेरे ऊपर डाल रहे हो?
मैंने आईडी कार्ड फोल्ड कर रहा था.
फोल्ड कर रहे हैं. मेरे ऊपर रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है. ऐसा फोल्ड करता है कि इधर लाइट है.
110 है हमारा.
ये
अरे इसको नहीं गिन. तू रुक जा तू गिन भाई. गिन के ले ले.
फोल्ड कर रहा था इधर.
हो गया.
He realized it also. इसलिए वो हंसने लगा. समझा क्या हो गया? चल read.
अभी पढ़ ले बाद में. ये सॉल्व कर तो हो जाएगा. पढ़ ले.
How many?
अरे गिनने नहीं दिया बुक नहीं यूज. क्या बेटा.
चल read.
Well, let's just so that he was
It was raining. He ran out of the house. He ran out of the house to the field just to feel the drops of rain. He said that these were not raindrops but were like new coins of silver. He said this because the rain had arrived and he knew he would get a good harvest. The money he is going to get from the harvest is going to be a fine amount. This is the reason why Lencho called the raindrops new coins. As Lencho was feeling the rain
एक
after
मिनट यार
it
स्टॉप
was
कर दिया हम लोग सब
respecting his opinion.
ये कैसे होता है?
पढ़ूं मैं जहाँ छोड़ा था।
अभी ना एक पढ़ रहा है ना मैं तुम लोग में से किसी को भी बोलूंगी वो रिपीट करने को जो उसने पढ़ा है
बस अभी इतना तेज पढ़ूंगा ना कि रिपीट
रीड फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग अगेन
अरे
अरे ये लोग डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं सॉरी
when Lencho saw that it was raining outside, he ran
I will tell you all to repeat sorry doesn't mean
When Lencho saw that it was raining outside, he ran out of his house to the field just to feel the drops of rain. He said that these were not raindrops, but were like new coins of silver. He said this because the rain had arrived and he knew he would get a good harvest. The money he's going to get from the harvest is going to be a fine amount. This is the reason why Lencho called the raindrops as new coins. As Lencho was feeling the rain a few minutes later, storm arrived. It was a hailstorm. Lencho prayed that the storm should leave soon, but it stayed for another 1 hour and destroyed Lencho's field.
मस्ती चाहे कितना भी करता हूँ आंसर तो इसे लेकर नेक्स्ट सेकंड वन बस चालू तू इधर आ
4 बार बुलाया जा रहा था चलो
सेकंड बी लाउडर
In the story, Lencho said these words because the rain would help the crops to grow and will result in a good harvest. Good harvest meant good money. The rain brought him joy, but only for a while. Sometime later, strong winds began to blow, and along with the rain, large hailstones began to fall. Lencho grew sadder and heartbroken as the hailstorm had lasted for about an hour. Lencho's emotion of joy faded away as the hailstorm destroyed all his crops, and he had nothing left. Hence, the same rain changed the face of the state.
how many
106.
second second कितने वर्ड्स हैं हाँ फर्स्ट
In this story, the letter to God, Lencho was a farmer whose crops were destroyed due to hailstorm. So Lencho wrote a letter to God, which was 200 pesos to sow his field again as he had faith in God. Later, he dropped the letter into the mailbox. The postman found the letter and gave it to the postmaster as he didn't know the address. The postmaster was very kind and came up with an idea to answer the letter. But when he opened the letter, he saw that Lencho was asking for money. He collected some money from his employees and friends. He himself gave a part of his salary and had 70 pesos in total. But he was not able to collect 100 pesos. He put the money in the envelope for Lencho. This act shows how he is kind, helpful, and generous. I would also like to emulate such values.
helpful kind and
Generous.
you all read now now तो read only बातें कर रहे थे ना उसके बाद एक्सेप्ट भी होगी ना अभी पढ़ो चलो second one पढ़ो
अभी तो बहुत
will you all read now Sahi's अरे चलो important is this 9 चलो we'll do 5 and 9 dust of snow इसके नीचे why
इतना सा बोझ
first is fire and ice no dust of snow okay
कुछ भी ले लो
now silence don't waste time
मैं 5 मिनट में दोनों खत्म कर सकता हूं
see what is this dust of snow the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had blue. So what is the poet saying? The poet is in a very sad mood. He is in a depressed mood. Melancholic. And he is come out in the open. He is sitting under a hemlock tree. Now a hemlock tree and a crow signify negativity. So this poem is trying to show that even negative things can bring something good for you. Okay? So here what happened? A crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So there is snow, there are particles of snow on a hemlock tree, and those particles have fallen because of the crow being there. Okay, now it's not mentioned whether the crow perched on the tree or the crow flew off from the tree. Okay, so don't mention things that are not given in the poem. Has given my heart a change of mood. So what was his mood before? Sad. What change has happened? He is now happy. And say some part of a day I had mood means I would have, yes, the rest of the day I would have held it in regret because I would have still been in a depressed mood. So it has saved the rest of the day of mine from being in a bad mood. Okay, some things that you need to write, I will give you next week when you have your textbook. Okay? Okay, next one is fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So what is fire? Anger, ice, insensitivity, again hatred, not caring for others' feelings and emotions. So some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. And now the actual, maybe the geographical meaning would be that some say the world will get so heated up like global warming is happening. So it will get so heated up that the world will come to an end, or it will get so cold that the world will come to an end. But if we take that aspect of desire and insensitivity, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, desire means fire. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Means I am with those who feel that the world will end in fire. Then in the second para he says, but if it had to perish twice, perish means end. If the world had to come to an end for a second time, I think I know enough of hate to say for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. That if the world had to end for the second time, first time it would have ended in fire. But if it had to end a second time, then I also feel that the world will come to an end with ice. That would also be great and would suffice. Suffice means that would also be sufficient. Okay, अब इसमें the rhyme scheme that is there, some points to be written, that I will give you in the next class. Okay, क्योंकि वो तुम लोग को textbook में लिखना होगा, figures of speech भी है, तो वो next class में होगी. हाँ, अभी देखें मुझे बताना. Okay. Next week bring both all your literature and grammar.
साढ़े 7 का क्यों रखा 9:30 का भी रखा
अभी घर पे जाके मैं सो
अच्छा है लकी